Hi guys, welcome back to Logic Language Learning. If you are watching this video because you are interested in how to use the word one in French, then that is absolutely fine. Alternatively, this is a video that will be referring to the homework that is needed for the live chat public class taking place on August the 2nd, 2018. If you've no intention of doing the class, or you're watching this in the future when I'm old and grey, or older and greyer, then that's absolutely fine. You are not under any obligation to do the class. It's the homework for the guys that are doing this live chat club with me. So that said, then let's carry on. So what we're talking about is when you use the word one in French when it's taking the place of a noun. So nose, phone, person, girl, whatever. My nose, this phone, that girl, the interesting girl, whatever. Okay? Now let's swap it for one. My one, your one, that one, the interesting one, I want one. So there's lots of times in French where you use the word one where you are replacing a noun. Okay? And we don't just simply say un or une, the numerical words for one. That would be really simple. So the systems that I'm about to give you, I have previously done videos on these systems and I will pop the links to those underneath. I just wanted it on one video, haha. So I will also be writing it out underneath, so it will be written in the description. If you find the video useful, please do click like and subscribe if you're not already, and by all means join us for the conversation group. You know, it's open to everybody. You're not obliged to type and talk. Right, so first things first. One will normally be gendered. Okay, so even though you're not saying the noun in question, you will be using the gender. So for example, my one, or which one, the tall one, talking about a girl, or this one, largely will be gendered. You will know the gender of the thing you're referring to, okay, for the most part. So let's start very easily. So this again is a video I've already done, but I want it all on the same video. So the basic one, when you're pointing, this one and that one, okay, either pointing with your fingers or pointing with your mind. I know that sounds crazy, but you're sort of saying, oh, you know, well, the one he was using, whatever. You're referring to it as a concept. You might not be indicating with your fingers, but you are pointing something out. You are indicating something with what you're saying. So anytime we are doing that in French, we are using this and that. Now, there's not massively a difference in French between the word this and the word that. For the most part, we just add a little word on the end sometimes that helps. So let's talk. So basically, my basic word for that is ça. So I like that. Ça, yeah, ca. Cedilla on the C, accent on the C. Going up a level, I've then got this one and that one. And at this point, it's still without a gender. So ceci, cela. The word ceci and cela are this here and this there. You know the word for here, ici, you know the word for there, là, and we've kind of corrupted them. So this here, ceci, this there, cela. At the moment, that's without a gender. So I like this, j'aime ceci, I like that, j'aime cela. Okay? When we start talking, and those words can exist on their own. Those words on its own. So I like this one, j'aime ceci, but it's not the best way of doing it. Okay? Once we go up a level, okay, and we are basically then saying this him, this her, this them, and this female them. And those four, okay, those four horsemen of the apocalypse, those four words that seem to pose people problems, ceci, cela, no, what am I about? Ceci, pardon, ceci, celle, ceux, and celle. These four words need to be followed by something else. You cannot have them on their own. So let's just make sure that we understand what those words are. So if you look in the description underneath, there will also be the other video on these I'm linking underneath, but it's ceci, so the masculine way that you would say this, yeah? Because what we're talking about is when we are saying this one. So yes, normally you know with this you've got ce, this boy, ce garçon, cette, this girl, cette fille, ces, plural, ces, so these people, ces personnes or ces enfants. So we're taking the masculine ce and we are adding the object pronoun, so lui, him, elle, her, eux, EUX, masculine plural, or masculine group plural, even with feminine, and elle, elle. So celui, ce, elle, ce, eux, ce, elle, which will become celui, one word, celle, one word, ce, one word, and celle, one word. Okay? Now those four words, as I've already said, need something after them. So what we are going to do to make it this one or that one is you're going to choose your gender, celui, celle, ce, celle, and then you're going to add either ci or là, okay, ci or là, like with the hyphen, and then ci or là. Notice with ici, we're knocking off the I, so ci or là. So for example, this one, if I'm talking about a masculine mobile phone, a cell phone, so celui-ci, this one here, celui, because it's masculine, celui-ci. If I'm talking about a feminine, if I'm talking about the same masculine phone over there, celui-là. Which phone is yours, Luke? Oh, that one, celui-là. Okay? Her one, your one, the interesting one, we're coming to in a second, but as long as you are indicating with your fingers, you can get away with this method. So for example, which girl? That one there, celle-là. Okay, we're talking about the feminine. Which girl? This one here, celle-ci. Which ones? So, the boys over there, cela. The ones here, ceci. So you are making a gender choice, and then you are making a where they are choice. Okay, so ci or là. If you were not adding ci or là, you would need to add something like qui or que on the end of it. So for example, which phone? The one which is black. Celui qui est noir. Which phone? The one I bought. Celui que j'ai acheté. So you're not having the geography of the situation, but you're explaining what it is through another little comment. Okay? Which woman? The one I hate. Celle que je déteste. Which woman? The one who loves me. Celle qui m'aime. Okay? So that's our this one, that one with the words of one. With the words of one. Notice on a side note, I can use that with a name. Yeah. Which dog? Oh, Martin's one. Celui de Martin. Celui de Martin. So I'm using the one of Martin, and that will come up later when we look at my one and your one. Okay. So that's with this and that one. Okay. All those ones, ceci, celle-là, etc. Okay? Please look underneath, please see the table, and please see the verb. Next point, we're now looking at how you are going to say my one. So again, with my one, yeah, you are once again replacing a noun. You are not saying the dog, you're going to be saying the one of mine. You're not saying the people, you're saying the ones of mine. So this situation is going to involve the article le, la, les, okay? Then a word which is going to correspond with the mine, the yours, the his, her, etc. And the same as with your possessives, mon, ma, mes, ton, ta, tes, son, sa, ses, notre, notre, nos, votre, votre, vos, leur, leurs, leurs. It's the gender of the object which counts, not the gender of the owner. So for example, if I said her mother, sa mère, and I said his mother, sa mère, same word. Yeah, totally the same word because it's the gender of the mother that counts and not the gender of the owner. Okay, so for example, so let's learn the table. So this would help you if you were familiar with the verb to come. So to come, venir, is what I call a twister. So je viens, tu viens, il vient. We've changed the sound of venir. They come, ils viennent. So vient and viennent. And I always teach vient as sounding like bien, going into vient. So very good, très bien, vient. And I always teach vienne, okay, as it's like Vienna, but said quickly, vienne, okay? So vient, vienne, vient, vienne. Okay, now change it. Let's just try saying these sounds with a m at the beginning. Mien, mienne, mien, mienne. Now let's try them with a T sound. Tien, tienne, which in itself sounds like the verb to hold. So tien, tienne. Now with a s sound, an S, sien, sienne. Okay, so ostensibly what you're going to do for my one is you're going to say the one of mine, and you're going to choose the gender of the, and you're going to choose the gender of the mine. So it will be as underneath, le mien, both masculine, la mienne, both feminine, so singular, singular, les miens, my ones, les miennes. Separate words. Le mien, la mienne, les miens, les miennes. Obviously the plural one has got a feminine version and a masculine version because you can have masculine and feminine plurals. So it's mine, c'est le mien. You can also say c'est à moi for possession. It's mine, c'est à moi, c'est à lui, c'est à toi. Okay, but my one, le mien, la mienne. Change that letter to a T. Le tien, la tienne, les tiens, les tiennes. Change it to an S. Le sien, la sienne, les siens, les siennes. Okay, so those are the top three. So let's just say my one, let's say something feminine. My one is bigger than his one. La mienne est plus grande que la sienne. Okay? Mark's one is smaller than my one. Let's make it feminine. Celui de Marc, the one of Mark, yeah, because we're talking about... Did we say make it feminine? Let's make it masculine. Celui de Marc is smaller than my one. Est plus petit que le mien. Okay, so mine is going to be le mien, la mienne, les miens, les miennes, my ones, etc. Once you get down into the bottom half, now do you remember how we say ours normally, so nôtre, yet not, although in a minute you're going to need this pronunciation, so Americans say nôtre, Notre Dame, so I don't need the o sound, I need the o, quick, Notre Dame, okay, that's how we'd say our. But when you get to le, la, les for our ones, okay, you are going to kind of say it the way that's often said in America, you know, like Notre Dame, you are going to say the o, like float. Yeah, so le nôtre, la nôtre, les nôtres, les nôtres. Okay, and you'll notice that there's an accent on the O. It doesn't look like notre normally. So our one, masculine, le nôtre, feminine one, la nôtre, les nôtres, across the board. Wild guess, what are we doing to the you plural? So your ones, plural. Le vôtre, la vôtre, etc., etc. Notice that we're thinking, am I saying you plural people's plural things, or you plural people's singular things? Make sure you know what we're referring to. Finally, their one is going to be le leur, la leur, les leurs, etc. The only thing to remember there is that leur on its own is the same word for their anyway. But the point is then when you are saying my one, your one, his one, our one, you are saying the one of mine, the one of here's the one of, okay. Now anytime you've got an expression that starts with a le, be mindful that you could obviously have, you know, du, you know, so du mien, like rather than de le mien. So be mindful of anything that's going to join with a preposition, or au mien rather than à le mien, okay. So be careful of that as well, okay. So let's do a couple more. Our house is more beautiful than their one. Notre maison est plus belle que la leur, feminine house, okay, lovely. Good, so that is the, let's do a couple more on that one. Your, plural, so you guys' mother is crazier than my one. So votre mère est plus folle que la mienne. My mother is crazier than your one. Ma mère est plus folle que la vôtre. Okay, so this table with the is going to be what's going to help you. Moving on, next one word. When we use which one? Which one? Which ones? Okay, now again, similar situation, we're going to need the word the. So the woman, la femme, which woman, quelle femme. So our word for which or what when we're asking about a noun. Yeah, so what are you doing? There's a verb. Qu'est-ce que tu fais, or que fais-tu, or tu fais quoi? But when we ask about a noun, we're going to use quel. Quel has 4 spellings, all of which are pronounced identically. Quel. Quel âge as-tu? Tu as quel âge? We're talking about age. Quelle heure est-il? We're talking about time. Okay? You know, so these are noun concepts. They're not verbs. So, if I said which woman, quelle femme, all I'm going to do is so which woman, or which mobile phone, which cell phone, which one, laquelle. I'm going to either have quel plus a noun after it, or quel plus the word the before it. Okay? So which one? Laquelle, lequel, lesquels, or lesquels, again spelt with the Q-U-E-L-L-E-S. So let's try a few. So this on its own is a question. Which ones? It's a question. So the boy over there is my brother. Which one? Which boy? Quel garçon? So quel plus word, or which one?